The headline of this article is Who's to Blame for Las Vegas's Shortage of Affordable Housing?
I vote the BLM.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
I think you may find out that's exactly what Patrick Blennerhassett intended to say.
Is that
in this
true? I
article.
didn't even read this.
Read the article.
That's my vote.
You read the article.
I swear to gosh, I didn't.
Cheated.
And by the way, Patrick, I believe Patrick's going to be on next week. We're going to have him on the show next week, so he'll be able to go. We'll go into more depth with
Right.
Patrick on this. But in the article, he talks about major home builders such as Lennar, KB, and D.R. Horton have no appetite for affordable housing. The head of the Southern Nevada District's Office of Bureau of Land Management claims. And so, affordable housing is a critical issue in the valley, and the land housing crisis is a puzzle. And said Teresa Coleman, the district manager for the BLM, which controls 88% of Clark County's land. Let me say that again. 88% of Clark County's land is controlled by the BLM, by the Bureau of Land Management.
So it might be their fault.
So it could be their fault.
Could be. I don't want to blame anybody, but
The feds are a little slow to give up their control of the land.
There was an act passed, it's called the Southern Nevada Public Land Management Act. It was passed in 1998 with the intention of the federal government offloading land in a timely manner, and it outlines that land for affordable housing purposes can only be made available to state or local government entities, including local public housing authorities, for a below market value. So that's the only land that they can offer below market value, is the ones that's going to be used for affordable housing. Okay, and their definition of affordable housing is the occupant or homeowner not paying more than 30% of their gross income on housing costs, including utilities.
wow.
So, as the cost of electricity goes up and the cost of gas goes up and the cost of water goes up, that leaves a little less money for the actual house itself, too.
Yes.
With the cost of housing going up, so you've got all these elements contributing to the idea that affordable housing is tougher and tougher to get. So why aren't they just giving us more? I mean, what's the point? And the problem is there's a lot of bureaucratic issues. I hear one of the candidates talking about building 3 million homes. I think that's the issue. It's supply and demand, guys. If we have more supply, you'll see prices probably even creep down a bit. If you put more supply into the equation, the laws of capitalism dictate that the
Yes.
prices will come down. They're not going to crash. We're not
No.
saying that. And
We're
we're
going to
not.
flood the market with this inventory all
No,
of a
I mean,
sudden.
3 million across the country is honestly not that much.
Yeah, it's a drop in the bucket.
It's not that much. We actually need a lot more than that.
But I think the number, we sell roughly 4 million homes a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So adding 3 million is nice. I mean, right here in the valley, we're talking about we have a shortage of 78,000 rental units, affordable rent. We're short for 78,000 affordable rental units right here in this valley.
I'm gonna step into the mud pile here a little bit, but
All right.
this, these articles all go towards, hey, we need to build homes for the ultra low affordability. I would say let's solve the issue just above that. Let's make it for average Joe and Jane that work in the market who make an average level of income. Let's build stuff that's affordable for them and not just the very low. I know the very low needs help, right? The very
Right.
low income. I make $18,000 a year. That's it. I
Right.
need to be able to live somewhere. I get that.
Right.
But we can solve an issue for a much larger population if we build for the level just above.
Yeah.
Just build for the average income in your marketplace.
Right. Okay.
And,
So
create the move up builder or the buyer.
Right.
At that point.
Absolutely.
let's get entry level buyers so they eventually become move up buyers.
Right.
Because if we don't do that, and I've said this before, guys, those of you who already and those of us who already own a home are thinking, well, this is not that big. I already own a home. I'm good. I'm set. No, you need to be thinking about the future because if there's not people buying entry-level housing, there's no one to buy move-up housing later.
Right. Yeah,
you
you
take
need
away
that
that
buyer.
base. You need that base to happen.
And a lot of times what happens in these communities where they do actually build entry level homes.
Yeah.
You have either the investors or you have people who actually downsize into those because they're new,
Yeah.
one, and two, they're a lot more affordable than what they're in. And it could be their next house. That could be their end game house or whatever it
Right.
potentially it is. So you have that aspect of it too. So you could have somebody making a lot of money and then going into these newer homes that are more affordable for the entry level, and that causes an issue as well.